Hi everyone. I think we're gonna start. All right. So welcome everyone. Thanks for coming to the Trans Day Remembrance Vigil. First, before we do anything else, we'd like to issue a trigger warning because the stories that you're about to hear, that we're all about to hear, are of a graphic or violent nature and could be potentially upsetting. So if you need to leave at any time or do whatever you need to do in order to make sure that you're okay, please do. We are going to have a decompression or like chill space in the Resource Center for Sexuality and Gender, which is in the basement of Wesley House, next door to the campus center right over there. We really would like to thank everyone for coming and everyone involved in making this event happen. We really appreciate it. So many organizations on campus have joined with Transcending Gender to take a stand against violence towards trans people. So they are going to take this time now to share their statements of support and solidarity. Thank you for coming.
Hi, my name's Liz, and I'm with Students Against Sexual Assault. Students Against Sexual Assault stands in solidarity with the transgender community, especially because much of the violence perpetrated against the community is of a sexual nature. In addition to being targets of sexual violence, trans people suffer oppression at the hands of the structures that are intended to be supportive, such as the medical institutions or the police. And although this was already mentioned, it's worth mentioning again. We want to remind everyone that the stories we are about to hear have the potential to evoke difficult memories or emotions. If this does happen and you feel that you need to leave, please take care of yourself and do so. Thank you.
Hi all, I'm Baby, and I'm with No Pity. And as a disability rights group, No Pity is committed to sovereign bodily self-determination and full access to the resources and social conditions necessary to live as one chooses in any body with safety and dignity. Disabled communities share in the experience of bodies too often seen as monstrous and incomprehensible bodies that are medicalized, fetishized, policed, neglected, and abused. We also keep track of our body counts through the same fragmentary news clips when we get them at all, and this No Pity refuses. We stand here tonight to remember people with stories, people with communities, and we do it as a pledge to full bodily sovereignty and universal human dignity with the broadest implications of those words. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lindsay. I'm the president of the Smith College Republicans. The Smith College Republicans believe that it is unacceptable that any human being could be treated as inferior. Our values of liberty and autonomy support the trans movement for social justice. Through advocacy for a limited, unintrusive government and equality under the law, we hope to show our support for those who have been strong enough to transcend gender and become who they truly are. We hope to show that our commitment to our political beliefs is not intertwined with the hate that is propagated by some in our party.
Hi, we're from Vox Voices for Choice. Vox stands with the transgender community.
As a group focused on preserving bodily autonomy, we honor the rights of trans people to express their identities.
We work toward guaranteeing trans people the same rights and respect granted to all cisgendered people.
We resist all oppression and violence that works to preserve the cis-normative gender binary.
And are in complete support of all steps taken to assume the preservation of individual choices.
Hi, I'm Jeannie. I'm speaking on behalf of Spirituality in Action, and we are an interfaith organization that welcomes people of all faiths, including none, and that celebrates love and understanding for all people. Striving for pluralism through dialogue and understanding is a fundamental part of our mission. Because of this, and because of our painful awareness of the ways in which some religious institutions have perpetuated hate and violence against transgendered individuals, we see it as our responsibility to stand in solidarity with trans-identified people on this day of remembrance. Finally, we recognize the strong influence of religion or spirituality in shaping individuals' values, actions, and hope by bringing our differences into dialogue and overcoming hate and ignorance with love and awareness. Hi, I'm here in representation of the Smith ACE Asexual Communication and Education Club. The Smith ACE Club stands in solidarity with transcending gender and all individuals who have been marginalized or persecuted for being outside the gender and/or sexual mainstream. Some members of the asexual community are trans, but even that aside, our movements have much in common. When we try to express who we are, our very existence is met with denial, ignorance, and misunderstanding. Our movements are fairly new, and we find ourselves pigeonholed because of who we love and derogatorily accused of putting people into boxes. In the ACE Club, we believe that we must work to understand each other, and we dedicate ourselves to raising visibility and eradicating prejudice for not only ourselves, but our friends and allies in the trans community.